They are never going to be surprised here by a gank. This is going to give Guardsman Bob a lot of luxury in that jungle because he does not have to worry about any kind of funny business going down here from the Noxians. And it's just really a lot of peace of mind. 100 gold, or not even 100 gold, 90 gold, and that will it could end up saving your life, grabbing that gank, and just it's map control is definitely really up in this game. Guardsman Bob has come north, and he's going to be finding Poison Iden here. He's a little too far ahead, but Kennen even coming down here as well, and they're going to be pushing Poison Iden right back to his base. And it does not look like that will net a kill, but Roku in the middle, he's doing himself no favors right now. We do have Ashe just teleporting, I think, out of lane. I just saw, just keeping an eye. Yet she is going back to town. We do have Kennen cycling mid to take over. Ujir also going back to town, as we do have a little bit of action down here. Singe and Amumu just trading blows, so to speak, but Soraka there with her heal. She'll be A-okay. And this lane, I gotta say, it's a very boring lane. Nothing has happened. They're both level 7. Neither team is really doing spectacular job landing those creep kills, and really, you don't really want to push your opponent right to your tower because that's going to give them a big advantage, but at the same time, they can't really ignore the creeps either. What's going on? We see a big convergence here from the Ionia team right to this dragon. We do have all 5 team members. It does look like all 5 want to go in on this dragon, and now we do have the response coming out from Noxus. We do see Sion just get discovered there, but Guardsman Bob tanking away that dragon. It's almost dead. Roku going to be popping that ultimate, but he does not pick up that dragon. I do believe it was smited, and we do have a Mumu just going in. I don't know why there's a Singe there, but he is just really surrounded right now by a lot of death, and this is just not looking good for Noxus whatsoever. Singe is still alive, trying to do his poison spray as best he can. It does look like Amumu Amumu did in fact get away from that. Poison Iden, however, is not going to be taking anyone to the grave with him, but wow, that was 1, 2, 3, 4 deaths for this Noxian team, and nobody died here on Ionia. That is not very good at all. That team fight definitely could have went a little better. Just looking at the chat there, Guardsman Bob, though, he's picked himself up a triple kill from that, and now we can see from his score he is sitting at 302, which means all 5 kills on this team for Ionia, Guardsman Bob has been a part of. So kudos to Guardsman Bob playing that Udyr, definitely doing very well. That dragon was a great idea on the Ionia part, but it just does not look like the initiation came out of Noxus. It was just not good enough at all, as they just got melted down, so to speak. So we do have Kennen here in the mid. He is covering this. We do have the score up again. I don't know why Phreak likes to do the circular motions a lot. Items on Kennen. He does have himself a Dorn Shield and just a regular boots with, I do believe that's just an ability power wand and an amplifying tomb. Now, Miss Fortune, she's kind of going the more common route these days. 3 Doran's blades are stacked upon her. We did have 2 on Ashe. I just did notice that now. And Doran stacking seems to be this big strategy that is favored a lot in the higher EOL brackets, as it just, like, for the cost of the item, up until the mid game, they are just provide superior benefits, and really are just really nice. So we also do have, it does look like Mercury treads there on Miss Fortune. There's Frost right now, and very similar items to this Miss Fortune, but she has herself an elixir that she has not actually activated, so she's just waiting for the perfect time to that. Now, elixirs, of course, don't live forever, but it is always best to try to use them in critical points. And you're going to see throughout this chat that there's going to be some RP elements in this game, something about some monk being imprisoned and tortured, or Warwick was captured. I confess, I don't really remember too much of it. We are just checking out the warding situation here. We did have the ward at Dragon, I think, just destroy itself there, but we have 2 wards up out here for Noxus, 1 for Ionia, and right now a lot of map control and vision is lacking right now from both teams. We only have, it looks like that bottom ward now is also destroyed, as is the top. The only 1 ward now, and that is in the Ionia favor, and it is on that top river bend. So Vladimir here looks like he's going a very identical build to this Kennen, as I think they have exactly the same items. As we just try to figure out what we're looking at. Roku is level 12, so is Frost here. on that Ash, and both are doing solo mid kind of stuff. Really, the solo mid center has not actually been pushed. In fact, we don't even have any towers down. We're past already 10 minutes. We do have Sion coming into the middle here, again trying to land a stun and blow up my shield kind of combo, but Poison Iden is the one to be in trouble. He is just dropping like a rock. Guardsman Bob going to be grabbing that kill. Eclipse almost going down with that, but 6-0 now for Ionia, doing very well. I would love to pause the screen, but unfortunately I just can't. So Guardsman Bob, he does have himself a turtle shell, a Negatron cloaks, a little bit of health regen, and a catalyst. So he's going to be going for an innervating locket pretty soon. But this is going to be bad. We don't have any kind of Noxian reinforcement to this top lane, and Udyr is just going to be banging away on this tower with nobody really seeming to care at this point. So maybe we didn't see a teleport. Definitely don't see a fortify coming out either. And Guardsman Bob is going to be taking out the first tower of the game at 17 minutes in. Um, so that's very interesting. We do have Sion going to take an arrow to the face, and Frost going to be popping her ghost. Pretty sure she's going to be okay. Maybe even going to be attempting to kite this Sion, because we do have Guardsman Bob there as well. And Guardsman Bob, he's going to be popping his Phoenix. And Miss Roku, she's going to try her ultimate, but it just does not seem to be landing any kind of damage right now. And that's going to be another kill here for Guardsman Bob, which really is just showing that Udyr is a very fearsome jungler when solo. That didn't make sense. He's a very fearsome jungler, and he is also a very fearsome killer. Now this mid tower, Guardsman Bob doesn't seem to care. He's tanking it like a pro. In fact, it's actually the damage is going to Eclipse here. But this tower is just taking so many free hits. Poison Iden coming mid on that Vladimir. He's going to be putting a little bit of extra pressure here from the Noxian side, and that's going to force Guardsman Bob now to go retreat. But hey, he's not really going to retreat that far. He's just going to go jungle instead. So I do believe the score is 6-0. It's a little hard to tell with I don't know what resolution Phreak is running at, but it is absolutely huge because those numbers are just really small. So Frost there, I just did catch a glimpse there. A BF sword is now being added to her repertoire. She's doing 217 damage every auto attack. That is a lot of damage, ladies and gentlemen. Now we do have I do think that says 237 on Roku as well. So both solo mids just really popping big numbers at this point. Okay, she's down to 135. Not too sure why she's up to 237. 135. That's actually a bigger drop than I was expecting. But we do have Udyr coming up top as well. Kennen is finding Sion down there at the Dragon, just going to be trading blows as they do want to try to kill each other's wards there. As we said, the wards do afford a lot of map control, and a lot of map control can really win you the game. It only costs you 90 gold. Another ward going down here for Ionia, and we do have Sion just retreating a little bit. He's up in those wraiths, no problem. This dragon is alive, and I think he is up on the chop block. And nope, it does look like Soraka is just going to come down south instead. Now, it has been interesting to note that the only time this bottom lane has really come back into the game is on that gank at the Dragon. Other than that, all four players in that bottom lane have not really left it. In contrast, we have seen Kennen and Udyr going back and forth lane to lane. As I said, we do have Poison Iden here. His lane has been destroyed. His safety blanket on that tower has now been removed. So he has come back into the mid to try to put up a little bit more pressure here. And we do have Guardsman Bob signaling for the charge. He has picked himself up a Randwin's Omen, and that's just going to be a really big tanky item for him. Also going to provide an extra slow for his teammates for this gank. So it does look like we do have all 5 people in. Friend is running in, not too sure why. Singed, you're all alone here, buddy. Nobody else is coming. Morgana's going to throw out a Dark Binding, but wow, that was almost just like big abandonment from their team on that Noxian front, as Singed ran in and nobody followed. So it does look like the Dragon was also taken out by Ionia yet again. So wow, what happened there? Bad communication, bad false hope, who knows? Singed maybe just saying screw it all, I'm going to do something. But he's down, and we do have Guardsman Bob now in this bottom tower.